an unassuming European tourist, Lydia found herself amidst the vibrant chaos of Carnival in Oruro, Bolivia, a celebration rich with indigenous culture and folklore. The air was heavy with the scent of spices and the rhythmic pounding of drums as colors burst through the streets in a whirlwind of celebration. Lydia had heard about this famous carnival, but witnessing it firsthand was an experience beyond her wildest imaginings. As she meandered through the thronging crowds, her attention was caught by a particularly captivating sight, a troupe of devil-masked dancers. One dancer stood out from the rest, his movements fluid and mesmerizing as though the music itself was controlling him. His mask, a vivid concoction of reds, blacks, and golds, glinted malevolently in the sunlight, yet there was something about it that enthralled Lydia. Intrigued, she felt compelled to follow the dancer, her curiosity piqued by the allure of the unknown. She navigated the bustling labyrinth of the festival, her eyes glued to the devil-masked dancer who seemed to glide effortlessly through the crowd, always just out of reach. The sounds and sights of the carnival faded into a blur, leaving only the dancer and the hypnotic pull he exerted as her singular focus. Before she knew it, Lydia had ventured into a shadowy alley, the laughter and music of the carnival now a distant murmur. Here, the world shifted and altered. The air was cooler, tinged with an almost unnoticeable chill. It was in this dimly lit passage that Lydia realized something peculiar. The figures that danced around her were not ordinary humans. Their movements were too smooth, too otherworldly, and as she looked closer, she noticed their feet barely skimmed the ground. Panic bubbled within her as she turned to retrace her steps, but the path she had taken seemed to have dissolved into shadows. She was enveloped in darkness, a soft, eerie laughter echoing around her. Her heart raced as the reality of her predicament sank in. She had unwittingly become part of a demonic parade, an eternal dance she never chose. Desperate to escape, Lydia remembered whispers she had heard earlier, stories shared by the locals about the Shadow Carnival and its mysterious allure. Some said the only way to leave was to become part of the folklore you stumbled into. Acceptance was the key. Resigned but determined, Lydia studied the transformed performers closely, how they moved, how the music flowed through them, how the masks seemed less like disguises and more like true faces. With a resigned sigh, she joined the dance, hesitantly at first, mimicking their steps, their motions. To her surprise, as she surrendered to the rhythm, the music overcame her, guiding her every step until she barely had to think about her movements. As the night waned, Lydia felt a strange sense of belonging, a warmth amidst the cold shadows. She twirled and spun, her spirit entangled with the hauntingly beautiful dance, part of something much bigger than herself. In that moment of surrender, the darkness lifted slightly, revealing a sliver of dawn on the horizon. The other dancers bowed gracefully as dawn's first light trickled through the alleys. The haunting carnival dissipated into nothingness, leaving Lydia standing alone once more amongst the now empty streets. She felt different, altered, yet somehow at peace. In the end, she wasn't certain if she had innovatively freed herself, or if she was simply now one with the legends of Oruro. The streets began to fill again, as ordinary life resumed and the mystical carnival became just a memory.